Today I am walking to St Peter's Church ruin. So I'm up on Mynyddig. There's a lot of folklore around this church. It's believed that King Arthur was buried there, which is a ancient Welsh folklore tale. And there were several excavations actually done at the church that found several settlements there before the church was even built there. So this church, I believe, is from the 13th century. I have to fact check that. And it is such a spooky church because it's really in the middle of nowhere. Like, you have to walk really far to get there. There's no road access to it. And there's like one gravestone left standing. This is interesting. I think when the church started to become disused, local people then took the stone down from it and used it to build houses and stuff. So there's not much of it left, but it is amazing. It is an amazing spot, so that's where we're going today. It's a really nice autumnal day today, just after the autumn equinox. So I'm very happy to be out, and this is one of my favourite places to walk. Autumn equinox is definitely my favourite time of year. I call it Mabon, which is a Sabbath in the wheel of the year. It's a time, if you move through life with the natural rhythm of your body, and in tune with the wheel of the year, it's a time for settling down. It's a time to begin going inwards, preparing for the darker side of the year. Summer is full of excitement, busyness, plans, the energy levels are high, and you get to Mabon, it's the beginning of slowing down, and winter is a time to be slow, to go within, to not put too much pressure on yourself, to reserve rather than expend. And I think it's easy to get very sad about this time of year. It's kind of like a Sunday night feeling. The weekend's over, the fun's over, it's Monday morning tomorrow. But I think it's very important to try and shift your perspective of that. I mean, if it was sunny and summer every single day and the days were long and warm every day for the whole year, would that really be fun? I don't think you'd appreciate summer as much as you do if we didn't have the dark side of the year, the dark days and winter time. We forget we are nature, we are animals, we just like the plants around us, and we are also part of that. So what are they doing right now? The trees are dropping their leaves, they're producing acorns and fruit, and they're getting ready to hunker down for the harsher winter, the harsher weather to come. Although it is hard when we live in the society we do today, with having to go to work, you're waking in the dark, going to the office or wherever you work, and then you're coming home in the dark. But it's important to remember that it's not forever, and to not put pressure on yourself, more pressure. It's time to take that pressure off, and to settle down. Look at this amazing feather. I think autumn is just so beautiful. The colours and the smells and I just get a nostalgic, homely feeling at this time of year. Really reflect on yourself. How has your year been? What can you change? What are you going to bring into your life new, ready for the next cycle? Because next Sabbath is Samhain, which is Halloween, a very dark time and kind of the end of the year, if you're talking of wheel of the year terms. And then something else to think about is Yule, which is winter solstice, which is the shortest day and the longest night. But from then on, the days begin to get longer and the wheel continues to turn. So it's nature is never still and life keeps moving. Almost there now. You could just see St. Peter's Church there. Keep on the path. So you can see how it's easy to miss. It is so secluded up here. And even once you go through the gate, you don't realise that it's waiting for you over the brow of this hill. There it is. St. Peter's Church. To think that something so remote and kind of unknown, really, has so much legend and history and mystery surrounding it. You know, they really don't know an awful lot about this place, but there's a lot of speculation about it, especially involving the Arthurian legends. I'll have to find some more information to discuss with you guys, but I don't want to speak false facts, but I believe they did find a gravestone which said Arthur on, and they found a big silver cross. That's it. They found a big silver cross that had King Arthur written on it. Although it is unclear when St. Peter's Church was built, it is believed to be medieval and dating back to the 13th or 14th century. It was built on the remains of an even earlier church, known for being a chapel of ease. A chapel of ease is a subsidiary church built within a large parish for the ease or convenience of parishioners who live too far from the main parish church. These chapels served as an accessible place of worship for those living in outlying areas or suburbs, making it easier for them to attend religious services. There's lots of gravestones around. I always wonder if people are still buried here, as there is obviously a graveyard here, because there are a lot of gravestones. I don't know. And this is the gravestone I was talking about, the only one left standing. I always try and read it, but I'm not very good at reading it. But we'll give it a go. Here lieth the body of Mary Robert, daughter of David Robert, of this parish. I'm not sure what that says. I'm assuming parish, but it looks like an F. Who died August 1775, aged 29 years old. And then the rest is unreadable. I just find it crazy how this is the last one standing. That's just amazing though, isn't it? It's just here. In the middle of nowhere. It is amazing to think of people around 800 years ago walking these hills, possibly in the same footsteps I took today, to worship their God. These people would likely have lived hard-working lives, but back then, religion was held in such high regard that church visits were considered a necessity, to ward off disease and protect their livelihoods. Despite its ruined state, the church is a nationally important monument and holds historical significance as a medieval ecclesiastical site. The church stands on a spur projecting from Mynyddig, which also featured a fort called Coed Gager, identified on old maps as Caer Caradog. Archaeological excavations in 1990 discovered ancient artefacts, including an axe and a knife, along with a small cross bearing the inscription Pro Anima Artorias, meaning for the soul of Arthur. These finds fueled speculation of the connection to King Arthur. There is still so much to learn about this site. I believe it is almost forgotten, nestled quietly on the hillside here. I wonder what the future holds for this lonely church ruin, and whether any more investigating will take place.